especially the media. If the media tells you you've got something that's going to fail, it's definitely going to fucking win. The media are the dumbest, know nothing, do nothing, never fucking built nothing motherfuckers on planet Earth. So when they say it isn't going to work, you got a fucking home run, man. You know what I mean? Jump in and grind. The media, these guys, think about who these people are. When you really think about the media, who are they? Where did they come from? Why does their opinion matter? What have they ever done? What have they ever created? What have they ever built? Who's ever depended on a paycheck from the media? Nobody. They are a bunch of fucking zeros that sit around and write stories about people who are actually doing shit.
And Dana White with another spot-on take about this whole corrupt media and what they're doing. Before we dive into this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. You got to be subscribed to this great channel, and don't forget to share so we can get it out there. Now, Dana White does a ton of good, except for, you know, he had this whole thing where he's giving Bud Light a chance. I see the money and all that in it, but at the end of the day, Bud Light thought they were slick. They tried to pull the okie doke, tried to slip something in, and just people completely push back as well as they should. And now they want to ingratiate themselves without even apologizing. Like, hey, you know what? We tried to pull, you know, the wool over your guys' eyes. We thought we were slick. You guys caught us. We apologize for it. That's all people want, because they think that they're slick. So them trying to get in with the UFC, that's not going to help anything. They're going to keep on tanking until they come up front and say, we thought we were slick. We tried to pull one over on you guys, and it didn't work. But that's a topic for another day. But this right here with the media, he is 1,000% right with this whole entire take. Who are these people? Just like me sitting here recording this video. It's the same thing with them, except for me, I don't have a script. I don't have something. I don't have a hand in my back where I have to go and recite what I'm told. These people are multi-millionaires. All these people, Joe Scarborough, I'm about to show him in a minute, which is one of the worst, but like Ari, Anderson Cooper, all of these people that you see on TV, Rachel Madcow, all these people have millions of dollars, and they're paid. They're operatives. They are paid to put out a certain message, and that's how messaging works. You repeat the same thing enough, eventually some people will start to believe it. And people can realize that now more than ever, especially over these last like 3 years where the media literally controlled people's lives. Like, I ask people all the time, if there wasn't a TV, would you have known there was a pandemic, so to speak? Like, they make that joke about the Amish people, like, how come you guys aren't masked and all that? Oh, because we don't have a TV. It's simple as that. The media likes to project and put out this narrative and force feed it to people, try to scare them into believing this, like, just corrupt narrative. That's all they're about, is pushing the narrative that they see fit, controlling massive quantities of people all at once. And this clip right here of Morning Joe is just straight out of it. This is their playbook, A1 day one, the messaging they want to put out.
If you want to be fair, then you will frame this as Joe Biden being the candidate that supports American democracy, and Donald Trump, a candidate who supports a new form of government here that's authoritarian. It's really that simple.
And right there, that's what Dana White means. They're trying to, like, who are these people to tell you the way you need to think? Whatever they're saying, it's pretty much the exact opposite almost every single time. Look over the last couple years. Whatever they say, majority of the time, it's the exact opposite. And they're framing this narrative. If you vote for Joe, you believe in democracy. If you vote for Trump, you're authoritarian. You want to overthrow the government. Wasn't he in office? Did any of that happen? Didn't we have more peace than ever? None of this stuff was jumping off with Israel and all this. None of this stuff was going on. China getting ready to invade Taiwan. You didn't have this Ukraine situation. The soldiers getting blown up in Kabul. You didn't have none of that stuff. So what was going on then? Mind you, they were pushing this same messaging. The same thing. Even this raggedy Cassidy Hutchinson, remember her? The same one old Trump was in the back of a limo choking out Secret Service and grabbing a steering wheel at the same time. What is he, Jet Li all of a sudden? These people are corrupt.
But what I will say too, though, is I think everybody should vote for Joe Biden if they want our democracy to survive.
Once again, another paid operative. If you were to put her on a polygraph test, she would fail, especially with the limo story grabbing the steering wheel. But here, once again, you have to vote for Joe if you want our American democracy to survive. This is paid operatives all putting out the same messaging, and it's the same thing throughout the media. This is the narrative they want to push out. Mind you, they're not talking about how people are struggling with bills, mortgage rates, getting a car, how the education's in the hole, crime, how we're just viewed as a complete joke around the world, America being less safe now, on the verge of World War III at any point. They don't talk about none of that stuff. They just keep trying to just beat you over the head with this democracy thing. Mind you, right when it comes up towards the election, they're going to be driving home the narrative of January 6th. Look at what happened. This is what he's going to do again. These people, it's the same playbook, and it's easy to see what the thing that they don't want you to do is to think for yourself. It's simple as that. You don't have to believe Trump, Biden, me, them, anybody, relatives. They don't want anybody to think for themselves. That's the true power right then and there. If you're able to think for yourself and be able to listen to some of this stuff, you can watch CNN, Fox, whatever you want to watch, and be able to take snippets and just have your own thought. They don't want that. They want to regurgitate this message and say, follow this. Monkey see, monkey do. They go by a script. They have a narrative. They have a preconceived notion. This is the way that we're going. We have to convince these people to follow us.
Because he will get away with, he will imprison, he will execute whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute, drive from the country. Just look at his past.
And see, they have to keep ramping it up more and more. There is no limit. Now he's going to execute people. What else will scare him? Let's say that he's going to nuke America. They're going to keep pushing the limit to try to scare people. The same messaging you saw with 2020, 2021, 2022, the same messaging. It's all about fear. But if you're able to pull yourself away and actually think for yourself, that's the biggest issue they have. That's why a lot of people are waking up to this stuff. People are starting to say, man, they're saying this, but I'm seeing this. They're telling me the economy is amazing, but I'm broke as hell and my mortgage is $3,000 a month now when it was $1,500 or whatever. They're starting to, everybody is seeing this stuff clearly now. And you can tell that whole narrative, that strangle, there's some people that will they'll always have a stranglehold on them mentally. And you see them every single day. The majority of the people are seeing this for what it really is. And all Trump did was just supercharge it. Just saying, listen, I'm going to tell you this. They're going to say this. Watch, and you're going to see how it always ends up flipping. And that's what you're seeing. They told you the laptop was fake. Oh, they told you if you don't get a shot that you're going to be a winter of death. Oh, they're telling you that the economy is so great, but people are just struggling. People are seeing it for themselves. So Trump was almost just the vessel for people to finally see and say, let me really look at, you know what, he's right. These people are just full of they're full of it all the time.
We end up in 2024 with these trends continuing. Joe Biden has one of the best economic stories to tell of any president in the last century.
And that's why Dana White calls them zeros, and that's why he's correct. Because if they were into improving the country and all that, they would keep it real with you. They wouldn't put out this 24/7 propaganda. They would actually report on real stories. They would tell you the truth about the riots in 2020. They wouldn't tell you that it was all peaceful when they caused billions of dollars of damage, killed store owners, innocent people. They never talk about all that stuff. So that was all beautiful, but January 6th was Pearl Harbor. And see, and this is what people are able to see. So they are self-destructing. They are doing this to themselves. You're going to see eventually in the future, these people are going to be completely paid just by the government. So many people are tuning out of this stuff that they're just no longer going to be relevant whatsoever.
When I look at your approval numbers, they're the worst they've ever been in the history of our country. The media, the approval numbers, they are horrible. And you ought to get yourself back, and you ought to put yourself back in a position where people respect the media again. And I know some great journalists, I know some great people in the media, but there aren't enough of them. There's a lot of dishonesty, and many of you I just consider members of the Democrats, and it's a shame. Okay, thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But y'all tell me, serious question, do you guys listen to some of these people in the media, no matter what channel it is, and just take it at its gospel, that it's 100% verbatim, that's what it is, 100% truth? Or do you take some of the stuff, say, I'm going to look up this for myself or whatever? Even with me, you don't got to believe anything. I could just be blowing smoke all day long. It's just you choose to believe what you want to believe. You don't have to believe everything I say, and I would never put that message out there. You need to believe this or whatever. If you vote for Joe Biden, you're a Nazi. I would never say that. I would say, man, you need to get your facts straight. Can you tell me a reason how this is going to benefit the country by going this way? If you can do that, then we can have an open dialogue. They don't want that. They want to control the messaging and control the people. And what you're seeing is almost a great awakening where people are tuning out of this BS, because that's exactly what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. You got to be subscribed. And don't forget to share so we can help get it out there. And I will catch you guys on the next one.